Namaste. Today we are starting a new chapter, wave optics. And in wave optics, first we will learn the Huygens principle. Huygens was a Dutch physicist who in 1678 proposed a geometric model to learn about the position of a wavefront on the basis of its earlier position of a wavefront. So on the basis of this geometrical model called Huygens principle, he was able to explain certain phenomena related to optics such as reflection and refraction. So before going deep into the Huygens principle, we will first learn about the meaning of phase and wavefront. So here, this is a wave, and this is the direction in which the wave is propagating, and this direction is called ray. And the whole graph can be called displacement distance graph of this wave. Now these points having the maximum displacement are called in the same phase. Similarly, these points are also in the maximum displacement but in opposite direction. So these points are also together in the same phase other than these particles. Same phase means the same state of vibration. All these points after this moment will be moving downward, and all these points after this moment will be moving upward. Similarly, these points colored black are also in the same phase together, that is in the same state of vibration together, because after this moment all these points or particles will be moving upward. So those particles which are in the same state of vibration, meaning after this moment they will have similar movement, are called the points in the same phase. Now meaning of wavefront. The wavefront is defined as a surface on which all points are in the same state of vibration, that is in the same phase. So we may also define it as a locus of all points in the same phase is called a wavefront. So here I will draw certain shapes of wavefronts. Suppose this is the point source and it emanates waves in all directions. So I will choose this direction. Suppose after some time these are the points which are in the same state of vibration, meaning these points are either traveling downward or all these points simultaneously are moving upward, or all these points simultaneously are moving towards right or left. So all these points, when we join all such points, the surface joining all such points is called wavefront. So we may also say that all points on the wavefront have same phase. Now let me draw this line. This is called ray, and what we find that at any point of the wavefront the direction of ray is perpendicular. So we may also conclude both that at any point on the wavefront the direction of ray is perpendicular to that point on the surface, or wavefront and ray are mutually perpendicular. I draw some more rays. So at any point the direction of ray will be perpendicular to the wavefront. So this is one kind of wavefront. We may call it a spherical wavefront. Now suppose these are the points which are in the same state of vibration. When we join all these points, we get a plane. So here the shape of the wavefront will be plane and the direction of ray will be like this. So as the wavefront is plane, these are the directions of rays which are also perpendicular to the wavefront. So we may also conclude from here that when the wavefront is plane, the rays are parallel, and vice versa. When the rays are parallel, the shape of the wavefront will be plane. So this is the knowledge of wavefront. One question is also asked, suppose the source is cylindrical, source is line source. So this is the line source, meaning all points of this source are emanating waves. So what will be shape of the wavefront due to this line source? So due to this line source, I am choosing this direction only. All points which will be in the same phase will be around this line source like this. So the shape of the wavefront becomes cylindrical like this. So the shape of the wavefront will be cylindrical, that is, all points on the surface of the cylinder will be in the same phase. So if the source is point source, the shape of the wavefront is spherical. If the source is line source, the shape of the wavefront is cylindrical. If the source is at infinity, when the source is at infinity, the rays become parallel and the wavefront becomes plane. So the shape of the wavefront will be plane. Whether the source is point source, whether the source is line source, when the source is seen from infinity, at that infinite point, the rays become parallel and the wavefront becomes parallel. Now let us learn about the Huygens principle in somewhat more detail. This is first principle. The first principle says all points of a wavefront are to be taken as point source for the production of spherical secondary wavelets that propagate outward with the speed characteristic of wave in that medium. And the second principle is, after some time the new position of the wavefront is the surface tangent to the secondary wavelets. Now we will consider these in somewhat more detail. Wavefront. This is the definition of wavefront. A wavefront is the locus of points having the same phase of oscillation. And this is the relation between wavefront and ray. A line perpendicular to the wavefront is direction of the ray. This is the point source, and the rays emanating from it and the shape of the wavefront around it. So these are several spherical wavefront surrounding the source, and at each point the direction of ray is perpendicular to the surface of wavefront. These are wavefronts. This is a line source. Waves emanating in different directions perpendicular to the line source, and the shape of different wavefronts are cylindrical. These rays are parallel and the wavefronts are plane, perpendicular to the direction of ray. Now Huygens construction or Huygens principle of secondary wavelets. Now let us learn what are secondary wavelets. This S is the source of light. It emanates rays in certain direction. These are the points which are in the same phase. And when we draw an envelope or the surface tangent on these points, we learn about the shape of the wavefront. And this is the wavefront. According to the principle of Huygens construction, all points of this wavefront are to be taken as the source to learn about the position of a wavefront after some time. So the blue colored wavefront which you see has all points on it as a source of new wavelets, and those wavelets are called secondary wavelets. So now this blue colored wavefront has these sources which will emit new waves, and these waves are called secondary wavelets. These are secondary wavelets. The pink colored wavelets are called secondary wavelets, and we will learn about the position of new wavefront after some time. So on these wavelets we will draw a surface tangent, and this will be new wavefront. So new wavefront can be known by drawing surface tangent on the secondary wavelets according to Huygens principle. Its shape is also spherical. Now these are the points in the same phase. We draw a wavefront joining them, and each point on that wavefront will be source of new wavelets. When we draw surface tangent on these new wavelets, we will know about the new wavefront, which is again a plane. So this is in forward direction. We will consider the wavefront in forward direction. Why, that I will tell you soon. Now let us again revise. Each point on a wavefront acts as a fresh source of disturbance of light. The new wavefront at any time is obtained by taking forward envelope or the surface tangent of all the secondary wavelets at that time. So this is another form of the two principles proposed by Dutch physicist Huygens. Why do we not consider the backward wavefront? This is the reason, mathematically explained. This is the amplitude of the wavelet, which is proportional to half of the 1 plus cos theta. Hence the intensity will also depend on theta. In backward direction, theta is 180, therefore cos theta is -1. Therefore the intensity in the backward direction, or the amplitude of the wavelet in the backward direction, will be 0. So this is how do we use the Huygens principle. And that is the end. Thank you.